Call for April the 10th, 2022. Today we have several fallen LEOs that we need to tell you about. I want to start off with Harris County Constable's Office, Deputy Constable Jennifer Chavez, Precinct 7 there in Texas. Her end of watch was April 2nd at age 32. Constable Chavez was killed when a patrol car was struck by a drunk driver on the road. Other drivers had called 911 to report this particular F550, and apparently that guy had fled after another crash and then crashed into a patrol car, and the vehicle burst into flames, and it just, yeah, that's the way it ended. And Constable Chavez was a United States Army veteran who had served a year and a half with the Harris County Constable's Office, Precinct 7. She was assigned to Toll Road Division and is survived by her son, her husband, and a nephew. Next, we have Lieutenant William D. LeBeau, Lebanon City Police Department in Pennsylvania, end of watch March 31st at age 63. Lieutenant LeBeau was shot and killed as he and other officers responded to, yeah, you got it, another domestic related burglary, and the owners of the house had returned home to discover that an emotionally disturbed relative had broken into the house and remained inside. The man was still inside when the officers arrived on scene. The reaction team entered the home. The man opened fire with a handgun, striking LeBeau and two other officers. Despite their wounds, the officer returned fire and shot the subject, who was later found deceased inside the home. The lieutenant was transported to a local hospital and was pronounced dead upon arrival. He had served with the Lebanon Police Department for 40 years and was supposed to retire 30 days later. What a bad ordeal. God love him. And then lastly, we have Sergeant Christopher Michael Vaughn, Cedar Bluff Police Department in Alabama. Been there. That's a wonderful community. His end of watch April 1st at age 38. Sergeant Vaughn suffered a fatal medical condition after assisting in a vehicle pursuit that resulted in a vehicle crash. And shortly after the pursuit, Sergeant Vaughn was still on patrol when he experienced a medical condition and was pronounced dead at the hospital. We don't know what that was. I can only presume that perhaps sounds like a heart attack, but that's just me. The sergeant had served with the Cedar Police Department for 6 years, previously served with Leesburg Police Department, I'm not real sure where that is, for 7 years, and he was supplied by his wife, two sons, parents, and a brother. As always, our deepest sympathy, hearts, thoughts, and prayers go out to their families, their units, and the communities that they served in. That's the price of domestic freedom this week. Support the Thin Blue Line. I'm Don McDowell.